Mr. Boc, just a question. Do people in Cluj and Cluj-Napoca feel more European now after your project? And I hope you understood, because I think the translators have a lot of work, because you speak very fast.
They did a great translation, so we did understand. Yes, as I mentioned, fortunately, in my country, we do not have a populist party in the parliament. We do not have, and I hope we will not have in the future, anti-European movement on a stronger level as in somewhere in Europe. So as far in Romania, we are a little bit positive because we do not have political parties in the parliament or at a regional or local level to be anti-European or to be extremist or populist. That was a success, I would say, but also there are other issues concerning our development. So I would say, yes, it's a pro-European challenge, but we want to increase the trust, as I said. If the people trust the local government, they will trust national government, they will trust European government more. So everything starts from the bottom up.
Nice words. I just look, do we have time or haben wir noch Zeit? Ja, hè? Ja.
Hi, I'm Sophia and I'm from London. I'm a journalist. And when you get on the bus or jump on the train or anywhere really, in London in particular, it's very normal to hear people speak 5 or 6 different languages, see people of many different races, nationalities, and religions. So I come from a very diverse perspective. And my question is, I mean, in Britain today, we have more than 3 million ethnic minority citizens. And that's very different to the 1950s when there were just a few thousand. How are you going to represent a Europe for people like me who are not white, who are not Christian, who have a very positive and progressive view, but in many ways who feel alienated because so many people have a very backwards and racist view of how they see Europe? And fine, we do have a very rich history, but just because I'm not from a particular historical context and my parents might have been refugees or immigrants, that doesn't make me less of a European. So how are you going to address that issue and encourage more diversity for people from different minorities who are also citizens?
Thank you.
I'll try just a small answer. I know you are born after 80s, so the millennials, the generation was born between 1980 and 2000, millennials. They are more and more inclined to be tolerant, to be positive concerning race, nationalities, migrants, and so on. So by 2020, 50% of the labor force in Europe will be assured by the millennials. I think in politics will be also a majority. So let's be positive. When your generation be in politics a majority, you'll have the same tolerance climate. Until then, you have to fight every day. As democracy, it's an ongoing process.